change it.
Would this be canvassing for a political solution to the case of Nnamdi Kanu?
For every one of them. I mean, why is it being held? It doesn't make sense to me.
The voice of the obedience has finally spoken, and the message is heavy. If you thought the dust had settled after Thursday's life sentence judgment, you are mistaken. Today, Saturday, November 22nd, 2025, the political atmosphere in Nigeria just got hotter. The headline you saw is not just a rumor, it is a direct warning from the Labour Party's presidential candidate, Peter Obi, and he is not mincing words. Welcome to this special breaking news update. We are broadcasting live on the events of today, November 22nd, 2025. The reaction we have been waiting for has landed. Peter Obi has officially rejected the wisdom of the life sentence handed to Nnamdi Kanu, warning the federal government that this move will not bring peace. In fact, he says it is going to make things much, much worse. Let's dive straight into the gist. Just a few hours ago, Peter Obi took to his X handle, formerly Twitter, to release a powerful statement regarding the conviction of the IPOB leader. While the court has ruled, Obi is arguing that the government has failed the test of leadership. He explicitly warned that this conviction could worsen the security tension in the country, specifically in the southeast. Now, let's unpack his words because they are very specific. Peter Obi described the arrest, detention, and now conviction of Nnamdi Kanu as a failure of leadership. That is a stinging rebuke to the Tinubu administration. He argued that the government is misreading the core issues. According to Obi, the grievances that led to Nnamdi Kanu's agitation are not new, and they are not impossible to resolve. He believes that what was needed was wisdom, empathy, and genuine engagement, not a life sentence. He went further to drop a philosophical bomb on the government's strategy. He said, "Coercion becomes necessary only when reason has been exhausted." In this case, reason was not fully explored, if at all. Think about that. He is essentially telling the president, you jumped to force before you tried to talk. He likened the government's approach to a man trapped in a hole who, instead of looking for a way out, keeps digging deeper. This statement from Obi aligns perfectly with the headline saying he rejects the sentence, not necessarily legally, but morally and politically. He is calling for an immediate pivot to a political solution. He urged the presidency, the Council of State, and the respected statesmen to intervene right now to work towards sustainable peace. He wants healing over hostility and dialogue over division. But Peter Obi is not the only heavyweight speaking today. We have a fresh update from Abia State that you need to hear. Governor Alex Otti has also broken his silence today, Saturday. And what he said is very revealing. Governor Otti revealed that he had been in secret discussions with the federal government regarding Kanu. He said, "I must state that some agreements were made which were dependent on quick dispensation of the matter at the Federal High Court." Wait, did you catch that? Agreements were made. Governor Otti is telling us that this life sentence might actually be part of a bigger plan to trigger a political solution. He said he is confident that now that judgment has been delivered, the alternative resolution will now kick in. He is urging everyone to remain calm because, in his words, a resolution is in sight. So, on one hand, we have Peter Obi warning of danger and worsening tension. On the other hand, we have Governor Otti hinting at a secret deal that might see Kanu freed through a pardon or amnesty now that the trial is technically over. This brings us to a critical related talk. We need to ask ourselves, is the life sentence a trap or a key? Some analysts are saying that the government needed to convict Kanu first so that they could legally pardon him. You cannot pardon a man who is still on trial. You can only pardon a convict. So is Justice Omotosho's ruling actually the key that opens the door for Tinubu to step in and say, "I grant you amnesty"? Or is Peter Obi right? Is the government playing with fire? Because while the politicians are talking about agreements, the streets are angry. The heavy security reported at Sokoto prison today, where Kanu is rumored to be held, suggests the government is preparing for the worst, not a handshake. If you are finding this breakdown of the high-stakes political chess game insightful, please take a second to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. We track the story from the court to the corridors of power. Let's also look at the reaction from ohanaeze ndigbo. They released a statement today rejecting the judgment as selective justice. They are asking why bandits and terrorists in the north are getting rehabilitated while an agitator in the east gets life imprisonment. This feeling of double standards is exactly what Peter Obi warned would aggravate tension. So, where do we stand today, November 22nd? We have a life sentence on paper. We have Peter Obi warning that the country is about to boil over because of it. We have Governor Otti saying, calm down is part of the plan. And we have Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, Aloy Ejimakor, heading to the appeal court just in case the political solution fails. The next few days are going to be critical. Will President Tinubu listen to Peter Obi and the Council of State? Or will he stick to the hard power approach? Peter Obi's warning is clear. If you ignore the root causes, the prison walls won't be enough to hold back the anger of the people. What do you think? Do you agree with Peter Obi that this conviction will worsen insecurity? Or do you trust Governor Otti's hint that a deal is coming? Let me know in the comments below. I will be reading and replying.